Hello and welcome to Follow the Money. I'm Raine Musñgi. Join us as we explore the tools and insights you need to jumpstart your financial journey. The Philippines is accelerating efforts to streamline business processes, cut bureaucratic inefficiencies, and attract more investments. Despite ARTA's initiatives, corruption and regulatory bottlenecks remain major concerns as business leaders continue to cite red tape as a key barrier to economic growth. Today, we speak with Ernesto Perez, Director General of the Anti-Red Tape Authority, to discuss ongoing reforms, challenges, and the agency's role in making the Philippines a more competitive investment hub. DG, welcome to Follow the Money and grateful to have you.
Thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone. It's a pleasure for ARTA to share with you the good news and the good things that we're doing in terms of promoting the ease of doing business in the country.
Certainly, and we definitely want to highlight those. Director General, perhaps we can start with President Marcos declaring that May will be the month of ease of doing business. Are there specific activities and initiatives that we can expect from ARTA during this period?
Yes, as soon as the President released the proclamation, ARTA started preparing for it already, and we have a month-long activity starting with a fun run on May 11. That's the Sunday, the day before the election. It's going to be a fun run for better business movement. We're partnering with our private stakeholders as well as with government agencies to really promote the Philippines as a haven for investors, a country that is ready for ease of doing business. We have also lined up an activity where there's going to be a nationwide flag raising activity for all government agencies, because we have been tasked by the Office of the President to be the lead agency, and the focus will be, of course, promoting the Philippines as business ready. So, and then we will also have a poster making contest with a theme, of course, the same, like for better business environment. And then there's going to be a one-stop shop also nationwide, where we encourage government agencies, particularly the local government units, to set up one-stop shops for processing of or issuances of say, for example, national ID, PhilHealth IDs, even passports, and then also for government agencies to highlight their the processing of applications for permit, particularly for LGUs, for the electronic business one-stop shop.
BBM, that's a better business movement. I think that really should be a flagship for the president.
Yes.
If he had to be memorialized for anything, I hope it would be that. No, but given those activities, what would you like to see out of the different government agencies? What kind of processing times, what kind of operational efficiencies would you constructively, definitively like to see?
You mentioned the president earlier about the president's directive for all government agencies to streamline and digitalize government processes and services. This is really the most effective way of fighting red tape and corruption. By streamlining government processes and by applying the digital platform, one can get his business permit in a matter of minutes, end-to-end, meaning from the filing of the application to the submission of all the documentary requirements, the payment of fees, even the printing of business permit can be done online. In this way, we remove human intervention, human discretion, by simplifying, availing of the digital platform. A local government unit that has set up and operationalized an electronic business one-stop shop will be able to issue a permit in a matter of minutes. And so far, out of there are already 113 local government units that have been able to set up one. And for instance, if I may cite Valenzuela, it is able to process a business permit in 5 minutes. Malabon in 10 minutes. Our target really is for all local government units to be compliant with this requirement, so that in a matter of minutes, they can issue a business permit. And this effectively removes red tape and even corruption in the process. If all government agencies, starting from the local government units, can use the digital platform.
100 plus LGUs are on fully digitalized already, but are you receiving any pushback from other LGUs? What kind of challenges are you encountering there? And cost-wise, has it become very expensive to digitalize the whole government system?
First, our partner agency, the DICT, has developed a program fee that is free for all local government units to follow, and this is the integrated business permit licensing system that is to be integrated with the egov.ph that DICT has also developed. This is free, and we're willing to capacitate and train the LGUs together with the DICT to avail of this free system. And even our effort to improve the internet connection, because this is also the concern of local government unit. Another successful program of ARTA is the issuance by the President of Executive Order 32 that further streamline the processes for permits for the setting up of telecom towers and shared passive telecom infrastructure. In this way, I think we have been able to simplify, streamline the process for the construction of these tower companies.
Is there a deadline for fully digitalizing all these LGUs? How many LGUs remain, DG?
Well, the law is very clear in terms of the setting up of the electronic business one-stop shop. Within 3 years from the effectivity of law, the deadline already fell on June 17, 2021. But we understand the limitations of local government units, so that but our target is that before the term of this administration ends in 2028, all local government units should have set up an electronic business one-stop shop. And in view of our stronger partnership with the DICT and with the DILG, we are very confident, even as I speak, our target for LGUs compliant with this requirement within the year will be another additional 100 local government units.
Understood. Well, you not only are you digitalizing the LGUs, but you also recently introduced an AI-enhanced complaints handling system. How has this technology improved the efficiency and responsiveness of ARTA's operations? We know that AI isn't quite perfect yet. What are the risks, or perhaps what are the weaknesses of the system?
Well, Raine, the use of AI is very effective in terms of receiving complaints. We are going to officially implement our electronic complaints management system that will allow us to receive complaints 24/7. And the complainant will be able to track the status of his complaint without calling ARTA for update. So 24/7, with the use of the digital platform, one can air his complaint and one can monitor how the agencies respond to these complaints with the use of artificial intelligence.
Of course, because of all these efforts and working together with the other agencies, the Philippines had been chosen as a pilot economy for the World Bank's new business report. What does this selection signify for the country's business reforms? And how is ARTA preparing for this evaluation?
Yes, we are going to launch our Ease of Doing Business guidebook, where we have gathered all government agencies on the 10 topic areas together with our private stakeholders. We will be able, by that guidebook, we should be able to improve our ranking from the initial business ready survey by World Bank, hopefully, in terms of the infrastructure. We belong to the top 40%. We are actually ranked 16, number 16 out of the 100 economies tested. This is a recognition that in terms of laws and regulations, we are very strong and prepared. It is only a matter of encouraging government agencies with the support of the private stakeholders to implement the laws and regulations, particularly the ease of doing business law, the issuances that we have made together with all the digital-based platforms, programs, and initiatives we have developed over the years. And this will assure, and based on our meetings, conferences with ambassadors and even chambers of commerce, they're so upbeat about the economy, about promoting the Philippines as an investor's haven. And we are confident that with stronger support from the private sector and with a clear directive from President Ferdinand R. Marcos Jr., we will be able to achieve our ultimate objective of promoting the Philippines as one that is business ready for investors.
DG, are you feeling any more pressure than normal because of recent trade policy changes, geopolitical changes as well? Is there a lot more pressure on the Philippines to deliver on these anti-red tape efforts? Because are you expecting more investments in the coming months, or are you seeing less?
Well, as far as the ARTA anti-red tape authority is concerned, we have not really received such concern. What we are focusing on, what we're emphasizing on is just promoting our programs and initiatives, engaging with stakeholders, with chambers of commerce, both local and foreign, and attending events, conferences, just to promote the Philippines. It's, that with ARTA, Anti-Red Tape Authority, as the agency tasked to implement the ease of doing business law under the Office of the President, we are confident that we will not be distracted or discouraged by the concerns that you have mentioned earlier.
DG, among all the sectors in business, you know, in all your dialogues with the business sector as well as the foreign chambers or foreign institutions, do you can you maybe name the top 2 or 3 sectors that ARTA needs to prioritize in making sure that the process or the timelines are shorter and easier and more efficient than ever?
We are in partnership with fully cooperating with the Board of Investments in terms of implementing Executive Order 18, that is the green lane for big ticket infrastructure projects, and 2 priority sectors under the direction of the President is on renewable energy and digital infrastructure. These are all in process, and our agencies are working together. In fact, even the Asian Development Bank has offered support or assistance in terms of further streamlining the permitting requirements as well as the processes involving these 2 priority sectors. Although, of course, other sectors like the semiconductor industry, responsible mining, these are also critical sectors, and also shipbuilding. Like, for instance, the Danish ambassador has reached out to us. They have seen the potential of the Philippines as a for shipbuilding, because I think we are ranked number 5 in terms of shipbuilding, and there's going to be an orientation that we are working out together with the Danish embassy sometime this end of April. So these are all the things that keep us busy.
Lots of sectors there to focus on. Of course, we've also heard from the subdivision and housing sector also asking for a little more help in that department. Meanwhile, the recent tax reform law reducing corporate income tax rates to 20% for registered enterprises. How does ARTA plan to complement this fiscal policy to attract further foreign investments?
Well, we support the BIR in this initiative, BIR being at the lead of it. We have not really received any specific concern regarding the implementation of this, so we leave it to the BIR, and we're just supporting BIR on this.
All right, we still have a few more topics to get through, but we do have to pause for a few reminders, DG, if you don't mind. But when we come back, we'll ask ARTA's DG, with the private sector stepping in to boost government efficiency, could PPPs be the missing link to ease of doing business? Stay on BNC and follow the money. Welcome back to Follow the Money. We're still with the Anti-Red Tape Authority's Director General, Ernesto Perez. DG, the electronics sector, of course, you mentioned it earlier already, is vital to the economy. Are there specific measures ARTA is implementing to reduce bureaucratic obstacles in this industry?
Well, I mentioned earlier about the effectiveness of fully implementing the requirement for local government units to set up and operationalize that electronic business one-stop shop. You mentioned about public-private partnership. Two successful public-private partnerships we are implementing. One with Aboitiz Group, we call this the Pinas Bilis project, where we capacitate and enable identified local government units in terms of providing not only the software but even the hardware. Number two, we are also have a program with the Meralco Group, and we call this the Paspas Pilipinas, where initially the Meralco Group donated 500 computer units distributed to the different local government units for them to set up an electronic business one-stop shop. And as I said, based on figures that we received, those that have been able to set up an electronic business one-stop shop resulted in the substantial increase in their revenue collections as well as in the business registration.
Meanwhile, we also have calls for ARTA and the Commission on Audit to investigate inefficiencies within PhilHealth. Can you share with us ARTA's stance on this issue and any planned actions, if any?
First, we focus on enabling and capacitating the PhilHealth. We have then onboarded to the program we call the Anti-Red Tape Electronic Management Information System. They're one of the priority agencies that we onboarded, and we trained them to be able to, for PhilHealth to upload their citizens charter to this digital-based platform, the Anti-Red Tape Electronic Management Information System. Another digital-based platform is the Philippine Business Regulations Information System that will capacitate government agencies, including PhilHealth, to upload all the regulations they issue and implement. In this way, the stakeholders, the public, will have easier access to the Citizen Charter of PhilHealth and to the regulations that PhilHealth implement.
DG, are you seeing any systemic problems or issues in any of the government agencies or LGUs? Do you feel that there are certain legislative actions or policies that need to be pushed for the long-term reduction in red tape?
Right now, I don't see it really necessary, except, of course, the e-governance bill that has been classified as a priority bill. I hope that this will be passed, because this will really promote the digitalization of all government processes and services. In this way, there will be no question about submission of digital copies, the use of digital signatures. These are all measures that will facilitate business transactions.
Director General, the Land Bank was recently also recognized for cutting red tape and the issuance of business loans. Were there specific measures that led to this success and maybe can be replicated in the other banks or government agencies?
Part of the end-to-end digital process involves the use of digital payment, and Land Bank has been recognized as a government bank that facilitates digital payment. If this can be replicated by all other banks, this will really speed up the process.
Beyond the sectors we've discussed, are there broader strategies that ARTA might be employing to streamline government services and reduce bureaucratic delays across the board, especially when it comes to things that deal with the foreign investments and foreigners looking to, make an investment here?
Again, Raine, I'm sorry.
Are there other sectors that you have yet to discuss, or maybe new initiatives with other sectors that you are looking at implementing so that we make sure that investments will be ramped up?
Yes, the Philippines is the fifth most mineralized country in the world. We have so much, we are so gifted with natural resources that if only developed, will really move our economy forward. That's why we are having a series of workshops with the Chamber of Mines and with all government agencies involved in responsible mining. The objective is to have a one-stop shop, electronic one-stop shop for responsible mining. Also on socialized housing, this is also another priority sector by ARTA together with the DSUD. If we can also promote socialized housing in the country. Another one will be on food or agriculture. These are priority sectors that ARTA is also doing in partnership with the Department of Agriculture.
You definitely have your plate full. Yes. There, DG, and are there measures of success that ARTA is using on its initiatives? Are there indicators that show the Philippines is becoming a more business-friendly environment?
Yes, we are now in the implementation stage of our various programs, initiatives that I mentioned earlier. So together with implementation is, of course, conducting impact study on the impact of all the implementation of these programs and initiatives. So that's why we are also having this competitiveness dashboard and the business-ready dashboard that we are also promoting this year. This way, we will be able to monitor our ranking compared with the other countries in the world, and by being able to know our ranking, we will be able to share with this with the agencies concerned, so that we can improve. We say what we can measure, we can manage. It's important for us to closely monitor our competitiveness ranking.
All right, ARTA is definitely ramping up digitalization and policy reform to streamline business processes. But with stronger enforcement mechanisms and private sector collaboration, bureaucratic inefficiencies could continue to be thwarted, and all your efforts will magnify Philippine growth. Director General Ernesto Perez, we appreciate your time and insights on ARTA's ongoing efforts to cut red tape and improve business competitiveness in the Philippines. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you.
And that is it for today's Follow the Money. I'm Raine Musñgi. Thank you so much for watching. Keep it here on BNC, the Bilyonaryo News Channel, always on time.